You know what time it is?
It's the Breakdown.
Good morning, DHS, and welcome back. I'm Lauren.
I'm Alessandra.
Starting us off, you've seen him everywhere on Instagram and certainly reposted on people's Instagram stories. It's 93 shots.
Sean Campbell sat down with Will Barker, the sports intern for communication.
Let's get to know the man behind the camera.
That's Will Barker, Davis High's intern for sports communication, taking photos at a men's soccer game on February 2nd. Barker was hired this year by first-year DHS athletic director Mark McGreevy.
His role is to help celebrate our programs and our student athletes, primarily in the digital space.
Barker manages the athletics website, imports statistics to MaxPreps, updates GoFan, sets referee and busing schedules, and more.
Basically, anything that Mark McGreevy needs me to do, I'm kind of like his handyman. On
October 23, 2009, while playing varsity football for Valley High at DHS's Holland Field, the 16-year-old Barker suffered a C3-C4 spinal injury that paralyzed him from the waist down.
I got hurt at a very, very young age, and I never got the chance to experience what it's like to be on photos or videos.
Barker is motivated by the injury to make an impact in the lives of DHS athletes.
I didn't take my injury and become bitter. I didn't take my injury and be like, oh, like, I can't play sports anymore, so, you know, boo-hoo. I took that and I was like, no, like, we're gonna learn photography, we're gonna learn graphic design, and we're gonna give Davis athletes an experience I never got to have.
Barker's passion and positive attitude are infectious to those around him.
That's the kind of person you want around, you want on your team, that has that infectious spirit, that took something that could be obviously so difficult to deal with and transform that into something beautiful and amazing.
But Barker brings more than just his attitude.
He brings a lot of expertise to the table. He's an amazing creative artist.
On top of his role in the AD's office, Barker runs a personal Instagram account, 93 Shots.
Basically, the 9, if you flip it upside down, is a 6. If you separate the 6 in half, you get a 3. 3, 3, 3. So it was just like a little spiritual thing.
Barker makes promotional posts to hype up games, creates highlight reels mixing different sports footage, and highlights the game flow on his story, selecting key plays and photographs to highlight the trends and score at different points.
It's, I think, a great way to acknowledge all the great work that our students are doing, in the sports realms out there, and celebrate those things.
It's uncommon to go to a varsity game and not see Barker. But as only one person, it can be difficult to cover every sport at every level.
We have so many teams. Freshman gets left out a lot of the times. It's kind of hard to, in a sense, gather everybody because I am a one-man show.
But Barker does his best to get to everyone and create an inclusive DHS athletics environment.
Whatever the scenario is, I kind of want you to always feel that when it comes to branding and marketing, I'm never feeling left out.
Beyond the athletes, Barker's 93 Shots has inspired many student photographers and videographers to make their own accounts. It's not uncommon to see 8 or more photographers at a basketball game, and that community is all because of Barker.
His stuff is really good, and I feel like it definitely inspired me, and I feel like it inspired people the same way to come out.
For the Breakdown, this is Sean Campbell.
By this time, if you are running for a StudGov officer position, you have already heard from us to set up your interview.
But for now, here's StudGov with their announcements.
What is up, DHS? We're back with your StudGov announcements.
Announcements this week are pretty brief. We want to thank you all for an awesome Wii-Ball.
Also, women's lacrosse tryouts and men's volleyball tryouts are underway right now, and that's all we have for you guys this week. Thanks!
Last Wednesday, Harald, Tolerup, and Lewis Williams went to the Women's Wrestling's Delta League Championships.
Let's roll it.
It is the Women's Wrestling Delta League Championship. The meet is between Pleasant Grove, Sheldon, and Davis for the crown of the best team in the Delta League. The first match was held against Sheldon. Junior Brooklyn Cienfuegos took a dominant 18-3 win, earning Davis 5 points. Following that up, sophomore Mia Perez finishes off her match with a takedown. Senior captain Evangeline Turner also had a great performance. She won 20-5 before the 2 3-minute periods were over. Davis, while having some stunning individual performances, lost to Sheldon by a difference of less than a win, 31-33. The Blue Devils' next challenge were the Pleasant Grove Eagles. A win here would keep Davis in contention. Sophomore Perez got the action started, fighting from behind. She got the upper hand on her opponent and got the takedown. She went 2 for 2 on the day. Pleasant Grove beat Davis 36-44. Sheldon went on to win the meet. For the Breakdown, this was Lewis Williams.
Do you want to be a Hubster next year?
Do you have specialized talents in photography,
Videography?
or graphic design?
Then our support staff applications are out.
If you're interested, scan this QR code.
That's all we have for you this week.
Thanks for watching.